But have you met this? The smoothie brush times 3. I did not know I needed this brush until Maria McCool designed it and then styled my hair with it, detangled my hair with it. Was that Kathy's voice I just heard? My director, Kathy, is upstairs and saying she doesn't need 3. She's got like 9 of them because every time Maria launches a new colorway, and we have a new one today, she grabs it. Because keep one in your shower. It is the best way to comb conditioner through your hair. Keep one with your blow dryer. I don't do a round brush. I use the smoothie. Keep one in your beauty bag or in your car or in your suitcase. It will change your life. And right now you get a trio for $30, making them $10 each. But normally they are $22 each, and a trio would be $66. This new colorway, Jade, Sky, and Periwinkle, great to pair with your today's special value, by the way. But I do believe there's one more waiting on .com if you do want to grab pink, white, and black. Let's go to Maria, because the very first time she ever took a smoothie brush to my hair, I was like, what is going on? And I've been blow drying my hair with a smoothie brush ever since, and I've gotten everybody hooked on this thing.
Yeah, because literally it is the best volumizing brush you will ever use. It's the best, I think, the best detangler. It's an amazing scalp massager, root lifter, and we're going to show you how, but this is why. This flexibility is the start of what makes this brush, whoops, so special. It's movement. It goes moving in all different ways, along with the 100 teeth that move completely. So it allows me to do things that I can't do with normal brushes. Also this curvature. So let's just even look at
200 orders placed just like that. Grab them when they're 30, because otherwise they're $66.
So when you're blow drying your hair, like Amy, I do this to Amy all the time when she's in the salon.
Best thing ever.
Because of all that flexibility, it's the most, oh, let me turn you. It's the best tension that we can get. So when I get this in her hair, notice how I can just keep coming, I can keep lifting, I'll be blow drying, no hair is getting caught into that. It's just allowing me to lift, to get that extreme volume in the hair. No matter how long your hair is, you can get this lift where you need to get the lift to get that dried in there. This is of course vented, so the blow dryer is not like trapping the heat. The heat will go through the brush, so we're not burning our hair. That's really important. Like you were talking about round brushes.
Yes.
The heat gets trapped and then you're starting to damage your hair. Also, this curvature, I'm just gonna show, when I put this on Cheryl's hair, like every single one of those teeth, doesn't it feel good? Is touching her head. Touching her head. Like generally brushes are just straight, right? So then the middle touches and that's about it. But this is all on her head, so all the time I can get right down to the scalp and I can make this, look at the volume. I can make this as voluminous as possible.
And wave. It doesn't pull out your hair. You get one head of hair. If your brush is ripping out your hair, no, you do not want that. And you get 3 of these. You do want to comb your conditioner through your hair.
Yes.
So one goes in the shower. You do want to use it when you're styling with the blow dryer. So one is placed right next to it. And then just in the evening, if you brush your product out of your hair, put one in a drawer somewhere. Put one in your car,
purse,
in your purse. Keep one in your travel bag. 500 orders placed. This is the new trio. Let me grab my other 2 colors. Jade, Sky, and Periwinkle, and they become $10 each versus $22 each. It'll be your favorite brush. If you don't get these home and try them, you really are missing out. You have to get a smoothie brush.
Right. So generally, you saw me go at the root for great root lift. That's how you start at the root. Now, when you're detangling, you usually start at the ends. But for this demonstration, I like to show, because of the flexibility of this brush, that I'm not gonna tug, snag, pull at, I always do this because I do this in the salon, but I'm not going to touch the top. I'm going to start at the top just so that you can see the power of this brush. Notice what's happening here. See how it's completely detangling it? See the tangles down there? It's just going through. Her head is not jerking back. I'm not pulling on her. I can feel it. Nothing is snapping in her hair. All my clients say, oh, Maria, I use a big wide tooth comb. That's what I do. The problem with your big wide tooth comb, it's not flexible. So your hair is not a match for that. So what I mean by that is when you get to a tangle and you have something that's not movable and flexible, the teeth aren't moving, then your hair is snapping. So we don't want that. Look at how this just goes through from the top down. Like like I said, when I want you at home to detangle, I want you to start at the bottom and just work your way up. It will go so fast. If you have young girls, one of these is going to go to their hair,
yes.
right? Oh yes, you know, right? With Brie, like, but the detangling, like, we want to be sensitive with our hair. Like, we want to make sure, I'm getting to an age where I need every hair that's on my head to stay there. I don't want it breaking. I color treat. I have fine hair, very similar to Jen's hair here. So I want to make sure that I'm being very careful with it while we're brushing it through.
Well, and you get 3 for this price. They have really caused a sensation around here. I mean, so many orders have been placed, and when we bring in a new colorway, which this one is, Jade, Sky, and Periwinkle, they fly out the door, and that's exactly what's happening tonight with over 1,200 orders placed. They make great gifts.
Isn't the color so pretty?
I know.
Oh, they're
I mean,
so
you could
good.
put them with matching like little shower gels or lotions or nail polishes. But Jen, you just gave me a big number. What did you say, babes? Okay, add the 1,200 to the 5,000 orders placed this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
And that makes 7,200 orders placed today, Maria.
Okay, well,
I mean, they're the best brushes ever.
there's not a person that can't use it. I had Marissa come because, okay, so if you're thinking like, that little brush is not going to handle my hair, Marissa has enough hair for 4 of us. Like, she has more hair, but notice how going right to the scalp, I can brush her right through. But here's the beauty of it. I'm doing this, right? You see how much I'm brushing through her hair? Because the teeth are moving, I'm not worried about hair being in my brush at all. But here's the great news. I did all that heavy brushing. I didn't touch her volume. Look at this. It's still all there.
Wow.
Her curls are all there. Like, that's the beautiful thing about the movement of the brush. You do, even the body waver girls, we could bring one out. Maybe we'll bring Maddie. We can literally brush that and not lose it, because most brushes, and I'm going to turn her all the way to the back, guys, because most brushes, when you start brushing through curl, you literally brush it out. When I brush through hers, I'm just distributing that gorgeous natural moisture, and I'm just making those curls bounce
And you
more.
know what you
Look at
don't
that.
see?
Oh,
You don't see
love
hair
that.
flying everywhere.
No.
Like if you were trying to
Right.
hold on to all the strands
Right.
and not break off the ends. Like sometimes, have you ever seen somebody brush hair and there's hair
Right.
just going everywhere? You look at your bathroom floor, it's everywhere. You can pull like the little extra pieces out.
Right.
That is not happening here.
Exactly. And you know how long her hair is, so you would
Yeah.
see them in the brush. But here's the great, and you're seeing how much I'm brushing. Here's the other thing. I do this because it's a habit, but if I don't, I'm not. She has so much hair. She's not moving. Look at her head. Now, I know you might think it's a TV trick, but she really isn't moving. Like, I'm not pulling at her hair. I'm not tugging anything. Those bristles move, so I'm not ever breaking, snapping, making the hair stressed from it,
You get 3. That makes them $10 each when normally they're $22 each. And I'm telling you, they are going to change your life. Reviews were up on the screen.
I'm going to have you sit for 1 second.
Sure.
'Cause I know
Reviews were up on the screen a second ago, and it sounds like this brush is life-saving.
So
like
here's the
life-changing.
thing. This is the other little thing I love it for all my girls that really like their volume. I do this on my hair all the time. It works as a great, for a lack of a better word, pick. So instead of brushing these waves out,
so
doesn't it
good.
feel so good?
Yes.
I can just push the waves in.
So
And
cute.
believe it or not, not
Yes.
that I'm a big proponent, but if you are somebody who's a backcomber, right?
Oh,
it's
cute.
going to be so much healthier than using the brush. You're trying to get a fine comb in there. So this is a safer way to do a little bit of lift
Oh my
with
goodness.
the brush. How about that, right?
I have never tried this.
I know. I thought I'd teach you something new today.
This is so cute. Oh my gosh. See,
Right?
it's not ruining my curls and my waves. And I do not blow dry my hair with a round brush ever, because I don't always love my hair to go under. I like my hair to go
Trish
down.
out.
So this is what I use. Maria just told me, lift up your hair with the blow dryer, and that's how I dry my hair. And then sometimes I pull it over, and then sometimes I pull it over the other way. But this is the way that I style my hair. This is how I run my conditioner through in the shower. Bree has one. We have a little spot at the beach. I keep one there. I keep one in my car. Don't laugh at me, but I don't love air conditioning. I do. But sometimes I love windows down in the summer.
I know, me too.
But then my hair gets tangled. So when I park, I just run the smoothie brush through my hair real quick. I mean, You will fall in love with this.
Right, so I wanted
cute
for
my
all
hair
the
is.
body wavers, you know that these colors match them. I want to show you how you can really just brush through the body waver waves. We're going to show you how, oh my goodness gracious. This,
and we're busy.
okay, so remember what we were talking about before when you would get those perms? So literally, we did 2 different sizes with the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to show, like this is the 1 inch, this is the 1 1/4. But notice how I'm brushing this, and I'm not brushing that out. I'm actually creating more thickness. I thought we were going to show that before, but look how I kept.
Do you want
look at
the
this.
before?
Sure,
Maybe
because
we
I
have
think
it.
when
I don't
we
know.
now if we can show.
We don't have it for this presentation, Maria, so it might take a minute.
Okay. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all right. Well,
Mine was on a body waiver.
Yeah. So that for sure. Okay. I mean, it's
So
just
cute.
so
Maria,
cute. I love it.
2,200 orders placed in the show. We just want to bring out Jen real
Yeah,
quick.
okay.
Because if you
Detangling.
are getting out of the shower, you have your clean hair, and you're taking a typical, traditional brush, even if you spent a small fortune on it, thinking it was a great detangler, if it's collecting hair, it's not the right detangler brush for you.
Look at, I always recommend you start and move up, but I just want you to show her hair, her head is not tugging, you know what I mean? She's not moving, and literally, you can see how this is just coming untangled, right? So we're just literally, you could see it moving. I know we're not real close, but these are just untangling. It reminds me of, like, you know when your chains get tangled?
Yes.
Isn't it so rewarding when it finally comes untangled? So literally, we are just, see the tangling just comes untangled, and here's the best part. It's not in there. It's still on Jen's head, right?
Yay.
That's the important part.
Right?
Jen goes,
if we
yes,
could
I don't want to.
count the amount of hairs you have in your head and then comb through with the smoothie, you would still have the same amount of hair on your head. But here's why we need 3. 1 in the shower, 1 with the blow dryer, 1 in the makeup bag, 2,500 orders placed. More than 50% off. You're gonna pay $22 for a smoothie brush, but at QVC tonight, they all become $10 each. And I mean it. I don't think a hairbrush is normally the thing we think of for a gift, but it is the best gift to hand to somebody.
She's getting
Especially if you have a
massage.
granddaughter who's like crying over brushing their hair. Oh, and you know what? Beach bags.